Let's continue chatting about 2024. Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia will speak in a few weeks at an event hosted by the New England Council and the New Hampshire Institute of Politics. The event, billed as Politics and Eggs, is sure to spark speculation that Manchin will enter the presidential race as an independent, and obviously at the last moment.
So will Manchin hop in the race? And for more on that, we'll bring in our senior White House correspondent, John Gizzi. John, good to see you, my friend. What do you think about Manchin? Is he going to get in that race?
Well, Senator Manchin will speak January 12th at the event that you mentioned in New Hampshire, the event which is billed as Politics and Eggs is sure to spark speculation about what you said, a Manchin presidential candidacy. Anytime Joe Manchin speaks, political reporters listen, and they almost always report why he ruled out running for re-election. He's tired of politics. But Senator Manchin has yet to rule out a run for president. The No Labels group, which desperately wants a well-known moderate to lead a third force against Joe Biden and presumably Donald Trump, and Manchin is the most mentioned for that assignment. At 76, he's younger than either of the two front-running major party candidates. Now, will he? Probably not, because it's getting in late in the campaign, and state laws make it increasingly difficult to obtain a position on their ballots as an independent. The collection of required signatures on petitions and the resulting verification takes considerable time and money and manpower. Manchin wanted to be on the ballot. One would have to have assumed he would start this task considerably sooner. Now, I wouldn't bet the farm he won't run because No Labels has a lot of resources, but I'd bet several prime acres.
I like what you did there. John Gizzi, we appreciate that report. Thank you so much. And joining us now to continue the conversation, White House and Washington reporter at Politico, Daniel Lippman, plus reporter at The Daily Caller and host of The Brink, Brianna Lyman. Daniel, I'm going to start with you. I had scribbled down on my notes here when I was listening to John Gizzi. Isn't it, or wouldn't it be too late for Manchin to jump into the race? And John addressed that a little bit, but again, he wasn't willing to commit either way. What do you think?
Well, I don't think it's too late, but it does take a lot of money, a lot of manpower to get signatures to get on all these ballots. And Americans have not proved themselves willing to vote for a independent third-party candidate for president in recent decades. And so I don't think that they're going to change it now, even though they're not exactly thrilled with the choices right now. But I think for Manchin, it is in his self-interest to keep this conversation going so that us in the media keep talking about him and he stays relevant.
And Brianna, there's also another political story here with former President Trump, but also this dark money group that we're seeing now with these Democrats. You see, it's called the Tide Center. They have received $81 million in taxpayer funds. They've also received donations from Bill Gates and from George Soros. And that group has actually been funding these anti-Israel demonstrations that we've been seeing. What do you think of an organization right now under this Biden administration receiving taxpayer money and fueling what we're seeing in the streets, particularly here in New York City?
Yeah, well, the Tides Foundation has actually had a long history of kind of working with these liberal activist groups. They donate heavily to Black Lives Matter, Planned Parenthood, and these other organizations. And the fact that it's able to operate so freely and nobody condemns them is because look at the politicians in office who are reluctant to condemn Hamas, like Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, and the Squad. And until you have widespread condemnation, these organizations feel like they're operating on, the right side.